it's going to be really tough if you're an American tourist and you're trying to speak English, because they don't really speak good English at all. From what I want to buy a deal, I want to buy cheap things, I want to make sure that I am not overpaying for something so minimal as a fork and a knife. Hallo allemaal, welkom back bij mijn kanaal. Ik ben Joey Jack en hoe leuk dat je er bent en dat je kijkt dit video. Now, before we do get started, of course, I'm gonna say, hey, that's my Instagram. How about you check out my Instagram? And if you want to see my life every single day through stories and pictures and dramatic videos, just go and follow me, of course. And also, I'm going to invite you to subscribe, because why not, right? And if you're like, you know what, I don't know if I want to subscribe, then don't worry about it. Subscribe after the video once you know how cool I actually am. Now, in this video, I am going to be discussing things with you. Many, many, many wonderful things. American things, Dutch things, crazy things. I'm going to be discussing 5 things that Americans do not know about the Netherlands. Now, the reason why I thought about this video is because I was trying to think of things like, hey, what is it about the Netherlands that I'm still shocked about, or that I didn't know existed, or that you know what I mean, that I wasn't sure of, or that, you know what, it was a complete surprise to me that the Dutch do ba 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 ba, or you know what I mean, things like that. So I started thinking about things that really shocked me when I first moved here, and because of the fact that I didn't know about them, and that they were just completely, I guess, like, things that were, wow, surprising. The first one is that in the summertime, the sun sets so late here in the Netherlands. It's like, to be honest with you, it's heaven sent, because the winter is so dark and so gloomy. And I knew that about the Netherlands. I knew that the winters were gloomy, and I knew that it was rainy, you know, and I knew that it wasn't like the sunniest country in the world. But when I came here and I spent my summer here, I was just completely shocked, and I had no idea that the sun could set so late. In fact, I'm gonna look up the longest day and when the sun sets here in the Netherlands. When does the sun set in summer in Netherlands? Let's see. Alright, so for example, in a regular day in July, the sun is setting at 10:04. For us as Americans, for me, I had no idea about that. I was like, whoa, what are we, in Alaska? Because in Alaska, we have 40 days of light. So I was completely shocked about that, but I want to see when the sun sets in, let's say, September. 10:30 in September. So the 1st of September, it sets at 10:30. But yeah, this was one of the things that I was like, whoa, you know what? I love it. This is amazing. I'm keeping it, because I just think, like, who doesn't want long days in the summer when you've been in this winter starving for some sunlight and some vitamin D? So that was something that I didn't know. Another thing that an American would not know about the Netherlands is that they speak amazing English. So this was kind of a thing that I think I have to explain to friends, because they talk to me like, oh, like, you speak such good Dutch, but like, do you understand everybody? And like, they ask all these questions about, like, yeah, my language skills and why I'm speak Dutch. But I do have to tell them, I'm like, but listen, I don't really speak Dutch to anybody here unless I try it, because everybody speaks such good English. And I think that's the thing that Americans don't really know about the Netherlands, is that you basically, as a tourist, can come here and like, it's not like France where it's going to be really tough if you're an American tourist and you're trying to speak English, because they don't really speak good English at all from when I went. They don't speak English at all. They speak really, really bad English, and they don't even try it. Whereas here in the Netherlands, if you went to a cafe, if you went to, I don't know, to a grocery store, you might not even realize that their language, that their native language isn't even English. You might not even realize that it's actually, their native language is Dutch, because they speak such good English. So that's one thing I don't think that Americans know about the Netherlands. How proficient they are in speaking the English language, and they even learn it in like elementary school and middle school and high school. So that's really, really nice as a foreigner and as a tourist. If you come here, it's like really nice to be able to have a little more comfort knowing, okay, I can get by. If I get lost, I can speak with someone. That's not a problem. The next one that I don't think Americans know is not everybody smokes weed. Alright, this is a thing that Americans, of course, it's a stereotype that we have of the Netherlands. It's like, oh, the Netherlands, everybody smokes weed there. It's like what everybody smokes. And to be quite honest with you, I know in my pool of Dutch people that I know, about, 10% of them do smoke weed and the others don't. So it's like, I think that this is a stereotype because of like the news and what you hear about how fun the Netherlands is with weed. But Americans, not everybody here smokes weed, and actually a lot of people don't smoke weed. It's mainly the tourists that come to enjoy it. So that's something that I think that stereotype is really misinforming people about like the weed culture here. And I honestly see like every single tourist that when you're in like the center of Amsterdam in East, not even in East, in like the center, but like a little bit east where the red light district is, everybody there is going to be high. They're just, and chances are they're not Dutch. They're like tourists coming from another place. So not everybody smokes it. Sorry about that. What you would know about them is that they are so proud of their country. They are like beyond proud of their country, of their rules, of their way of life, of like their position in the world. And I mean, truthfully so, it is an amazing country. There's amazing opportunities. So yes, I am proud of it, but they are also very proud of it. You know about Americans that we are very patriotic and we think the best of our country. But you wouldn't really know that about the Dutch people. But once you come here and you see it and observe it, you really realize, wow, they do love their country. They are patriotic and they are very proud of it. And that's not something bad, but that was something that I really had no idea. So that's something that like is really interesting to know. When you come here as a tourist, as a visitor, you're going to be able to notice it in little ways, especially if you talk to Dutch locals. They're really going to tell you fun facts about their culture, fun facts about the Netherlands, and about their position in the world. And I thought that was really, really funny. The last thing that Americans might not really know about the Dutch is that they don't like to spend so much money. They are really efficient people, and they just want to just make sure that they can buy a deal. I want to buy a deal. I want to buy cheap things. I want to make sure that I am not overpaying for something so minimal as a fork and a knife at the supermarket or at like the Action. So that was something that was really cool to know, and I had no idea. And you know, they say like, oh, let's go Dutch when you're dating in America because you want to split the bill. But it never occurred to me that it was because the Dutch people were not so keen on spending their money. And you know what? Cool. Because I don't like to spend my money. Okay, just kidding. I really do like to spend my money. But that's interesting to know, because then you really get to understand a little more of the culture and why it is the way it is. So I want you to comment below and let me know what you think people don't know about the Dutch culture. And I know that most of the people watching are Dutch people. So what do you think that me as an American or Americans in America don't know about you, the Dutch people, and about the Dutch culture? Comment below, and I cannot wait to read those comments. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!